Hey guys, it's Megan at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. I'm with the Brother PR1055X. This is an awesome multi-needle embroidery machine that does give you the ability to use the wide brim hat frame. What is so nice about this cap frame is that when you embroider onto a hat or a cap like this, it gives you the ability to go basically from ear to ear. It's about 14 inches long on the embroidery that you can do. You can even see on the screen that the little box that's on there, that is the embroiderable area, so that I know when I'm doing a design if it's too tall or anything like that. But let's talk about how we actually put this thing on. So first thing you're going to do is you have your jig and you want to put this onto your jig. 3 points on this has this little box, and that box is going to slide underneath these little wheels. So I'm going to put it on. We're going to slide it into place, and then you want to get the bottom too, because there is a wheel on the bottom. So once I'm on my jig, which I kind of want that a little more secure. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, you want it nice and secure so she doesn't fall off or anything like that. I can get ready. So I can open up this part here, and then I open up this part here. When I put my cap onto the frame itself, you'll notice there's these little teeth that are popping up right here. So what they put these teeth here for is to put your stabilizer. Personally, when I do a hat like this, I prefer using like a staple stick or a perfect stick because it's a sticky stabilizer that will stick to the hat. Because although these teeth are great, it doesn't always hold the stabilizer super stiff enough that it really does the good job. A lot of hats are also really starched up front here, so the amount of stabilizer you need might not be as much as you think. So when I do this, I'm going to fold the sweatband kind of out of the way, and I'm going to put it here, and the sweatband is going to go underneath this. And there's these red lines all over the frame to show me where my center point is. So I'm going to go ahead and slide my hat on here, get the sweatband underneath. I think I'm looking pretty good so far. And now I'm going to take this contraption and I'm going to put the bill through the center of that. So once I have that all situated, there's teeth on this top part as well, and that's going to go around the hat. I'm going to try and line up the center seam with the center red mark here. And then I'm going to bring it around, and there's this little latch that latches the hat into place. And now I feel like I'm pretty good. Sometimes I'm a little off center, but with the camera that's built in on the 10 needles, it makes it really easy to resituate it so that your design itself is actually center. So whenever I do these, I don't freak out. If you're concerned about it, you can definitely flatten it out, make it more even. But the other important piece to know is you need to move this guy and kind of tuck that cap out of the way. You kind of have to push it, give it a little oomph to get it in there, but that will make it so that your bill is out of the way when you have it on your jig. Now when you're ready, you can, I like to say these are kind of finger points and thumb points, and I can go and pull that frame off. On the back side of this frame, there's also these points here. So these points are so when you get yourself hooped, you can kind of tuck all of this excess out of the way, which is why you have these funky little binder clips that are weirdly bent so that you can get that out of the way. And you use those to tuck the hat. You want to do this so that when you hoop it onto the machine, you have the least amount of flopping around as possible. And I always put the binder clip on the opposite direction first. So there we go. Kind of helps get things out of the way. Especially with that little adjustable band that's usually on the back here like this. It just helps get everything tucked and ready to go. And now we're ready to hoop it onto the machine. So when you're ready to hoop it onto the machine, we're going to actually take it at an angle. You don't want to go straight on or else you're going to hit your needles. So when I usually go from the right side. And I go like this. And just like on your jig, there's the little wheels like on your jig onto the frame itself. So then you're going to push. There we go. And once you got it, it will kind of snap itself into place. From there, I can go onto my screen. You can obviously do this part first where you pick your design. You can choose whatever you want that'll fit onto your hat frame. Let's see, is there anything super fun? Let's see. Let's just do a dog design for now. So there we go. So we've got your dog design there. I'm going to hit set. And then I want to show you what I mean about the camera being so cool on this machine and why I don't always fret that it's not perfectly center. So I'm in my edit screen here. When I'm done, I hit edit end. Oop, you know what? I chose the wrong design. So let's see if I can make this a little smaller. I can go into the density side and make it a little smaller. You don't always want to do that if you're making it for a customer. It might warp the density of the design, but since we're just playing around and getting used to the cap frame, I think it's a good thing to play with and know that it's there on your machine. But now that it fits in there, I'm going to go OK, go edit end, and now you'll notice that it flips upside down. It's supposed to do that, because when you hoop your cap in, you don't hoop your cap in with the brim facing this way. You do it facing that way. So when you do your design, you don't want it to flip upside down. So do not rotate it. Make sure he's facing up to the sky. That's supposed to happen. And now I can go to this little button here. It's going to tell me it's going to move. And it shows me what's going to embroider on. So I can look here and see, that's not quite center. And then I can move it just a couple needle positions at a time to get it perfectly center. That is the way that I usually use to make sure that when I'm embroidering a cap, I get it exactly where it's supposed to go. And it works beautifully. Once you have your placement done, deactivate your camera, go to embroidery, and you're ready to go. I hope this is a fun experiment for you to do caps. I hope it helps you make billions of caps for all of your customers. It ends up being a really fun assembly to have on your machine, especially because you can do that ear to ear where you can have a logo here and a date there or whatever you're thinking of. We'd love to see the creativity that you come up with. Of course, if you have questions, we're always around to answer. You can ask in the comment section below. You can go to our website. You can call our toll-free number. We're always happy to help you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you're inspired to embroider some new hats.